So Nintendo has announced the Family Computer Mini for Japan,
Yeah.
which is going to be released November 10th. A day before, we're going to get the NES Classic Edition, which is a mini NES. Both systems have 30 preloaded games on them. And I wanted to get I don't think I've gotten your opinion before about what do you think of this idea of the, $60 little NES with an NES controller, 30 games, 30 of some of the best games.
No cartridges.
No cartridges, no downloading extra games, just you get 30 games and that's it. But
Okay.
it's HDMI.
It's just this a cute little
Plug and play.
yeah, little stocking stuffer kind of thing.
Yeah. What do you
I'm,
think of that?
I think that it sounds fun to me. I mean, what games are coming with it? Do you have a list of that?
Off the top of my head, just like all three Mario games, both Zelda games, some shooters like Gradius and Galaga, Pac-Man, Mega Man 2,
Yeah.
Super C, which is a Contra sequel, Castlevania 1 and 2. I mean, some really, really good stuff.
That
If I
sounds
could,
good. Like that sounds cute and fun. The only argument that I have to that is, in 5 minutes I can download every single NES game ever made.
just not legally.
Not legally. I don't condone breaking the law, but I'm just saying that like it is there and available, and
Yeah.
you
And
know
it does have save states. I want to say you could do up to four save states per game.
that's cheating. I don't approve of that.
Hey,
I didn't have save states.
with some of these NES games, I will say, yeah, save states. I've said this before. The save system for the original Legend of Zelda game was terrible.
Yeah.
Every time if you saved it and then turned it off and came back, they would always start you off with 3 hearts. It didn't matter if you had like 10 heart containers, 3 hearts, and always at the same spot in the game.
Mega Man though, you had the dots, and then you had the
Password.
faces. Yeah.
They had a password system.
Yeah. But I mean, that's cheating. That is cheating. And you're making it too easy for kids now. Like,
Yeah.
don't do that. I mean, let them dedicate themselves to something.
Well, here's a game list of what's going to come on the Famicom, the
Okay.
Japanese version. There's a few differences, and I'll point out which ones we're not getting, but it's still 30 games. It's going to come with Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, Excite Bike, Balloon Fight, Ice
Bike.
Climber. Excite Bike you play for like a half hour at most.
You maybe, but like 6-year-old Jake, no man, you could play all night with Excite Bike.
Anyway, Galaga, Yi Are Kung Fu, which we are not getting in the U.S. version.
I still will drain my quarters in Galaga. Anytime I see a Galaga arcade game, I have to put a quarter
I love
into it.
Galaga.
I have to.
I
That's
always
my
try to get my ship captured and then
yeah.
try to free it so that I have 2 ships to
Yeah,
fire.
my dad was gone a lot, but anytime that we saw Galaga, he'd always put a quarter and he'd play, and then I'd try to beat his score. Like that was how we bonded back in the day.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, the next one is Super Mario Brothers, Legend of
course,
Zelda, Atlantis no Natso, which we are not getting.
that sounds fine to me.
Gradius, Ghost and Goblins, Solomon's Key, which I don't think we're getting. I think we're getting Star Tropics instead. Metroid, Castlevania, Adventure of Link, or Zelda 2. Bumping Sumo, we're not getting that one. Super Mario Bros. 3, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man 2, River City Ransom. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that one either. And that's a pretty solid beat 'em up. Double Dragon 2, Super C, Final Fantasy 3,
Okay.
which they're getting over in Japan because it was actually released over there. We're getting Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Also, Dr. Mario, and then
Dr. Mario.
Downtown Niketsu March Soryuki, which we're not getting, obviously. Mario Open Golf, not getting that one.
They had a Mario Golf game on Nintendo.
Yeah, it was actually not bad from what I hear. Super Mario USA, which is Super Mario Brothers 2 for us
Yeah. But for
over there.
them, yeah. Oh, no, no. We'll call it the Lost Levels during the Super NES All-Star version because
Sorry, that
Americans wouldn't get it. It's
it's
too
lousy.
much.
It's lousy. The
The
Lost
game.
Levels are just lousy. I've played it
Poison
before.
Mushroom, man. Poison Mushroom.
It's not even just the poison mushroom. The game looks exactly like the original
Yes,
Mario Brothers.
identical. It looks identical.
It's just like, hey, here's Super Mario Brothers Master Quest is what
Yeah.
I feel
It
that it
basically
is.
is like, did you figure out Super Mario Brothers? Do you want to play Super Mario Brothers
Hard mode?
expert mode? Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was it. But they're like, it's gonna be too hard for the Americans.
Hmm.
So what do? Well, we know that. Why don't we just take these Arabs and just reskin them? Reskin these Arabs in this game.
But what's so amazing? Oh, and by the way, the last one is a Kirby's Adventure, which we will be getting to.
Yeah. That became iconic. Like today, you expect Princess Peach in Smash Brothers
To
to float.
float.
Yeah.
You
And pick turnips.
Shy Guys
Yeah.
came from there, picking up turnips. Luigi's kind of scuttle jump.
You know what they should have brought back? First of all, what was that potion that they would just randomly find and throw down and then a door
And you
would
went to
appear?
subspace.
Yeah, what was that? And why is that not in any like they should have kept that. That was my favorite part of the game was trying to
And
find those.
that's the only place in the game where you can get coins
Yeah, that was my yeah, that was weird. That was
and
my
mushrooms.
favorite part of the game was doing it. And you could use that and go down certain pipes and that would be warp zones.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good game.
I love Super Mario Brothers 2. I think
That
it's
was my favorite of Super Mario Bros. 3
I
was
was about to
just
say if you like that more than 3,
yeah, 3 I was speaking too fast. 3 is kind of yeah. I feel like they've been trying to recapture the feeling that people had with Super Mario Bros. 3
magic.
forever. I mean,
Hmm.
Super Mario World on the SNES was by far it was fantastic. Like by far like the best Mario Brothers game on the NES. But I don't know, man. I just felt like Super Mario Bros. 3 was better.
Well, I don't know. There's different.
They had
Some things were done better in 3, and some things were done better in World. I didn't when I
World
played.
had text scrolls and had an actual
Right.
storyline. The gameplay,
Also, the level. Have you ever noticed how short the levels are in 3?
yeah,
Like you can clear them in less than a minute,
yeah, it's fun. Fun for the
but they're all
speedrunners.
super short. I don't know.
No.
I like Super Mario World because the levels were more
That's
expansive.
true. That's true. In Super Mario World, you did have play like you could play it again
Hmm.
because you'd unlock a secret block that would allow you to get to a key that would allow you to unlock something.
The Star
Yeah,
World trying to get to.
yeah. And then as soon as you beat the Star World, you realize that you like the look of the game better before you beat it, but you can't go back.
But so with this Japanese version, the Famicom, they're going to now we're only going to get one NES controller
Mhm.
in the US. They're going to get both of them because the Famicom actually came with 2 built-in controllers.
So basically, they're releasing it with one controller so that we have to buy another controller.
Well, a lot of the I would say only about a third of the games are multiplayer anyway,
I
but
guess
you can
simultaneous multiplayer.
use a Wii Classic controller on it. It'll accept that too.
Okay, just that one type, just the weak class.
Yeah, because it has the that little weird U-shaped um, accessory slot that every Wiimote has. That's how it accepts the controller. So you do have to buy one, but here's something that the Japanese version doesn't get, and I've noticed that a lot of Nintendo products don't come with this anymore. A power adapter. which is going to be 1,000 yen, which is about $10, which is what the extra controller costs. So, see, they're getting hosed too, just in a different way. At least ours will work out of the box. We'll have a power source for it.
That's weird. That it's like some kids like, yay, Christmas time! Well, I mean, in Japan, I guess they don't. Do they do Christmas in
Yeah,
Japan? I
yeah,
guess
they do.
Okay. Look, yay, Christmas time! And he opens up, it's Christmas time. He's like, thanks, American Santa. And then he opens it up and he gets a video game. And it's like, I can't wait to play it. Woo! And the parents like, yeah, and next week we'll get the power supply. And he'd be like,
Wait, what?
fine. And then they get the power supply. It's like, yay! And they're like, wait, we'll buy you a TV next week.
Aww.
And then yay! And it's like, we'll pay the electric bill next week. Aww.
Gosh.
Seems like a big disappointment.
I do have to say, I'm glad that we did not get the Famicom as what the system looks like over here. I hate the look of that system.
Well, we like things looking important, and it's like, oh, well, this has to be adult functional,
But
Look
okay,
at all the systems that we have now. You look at just how the PlayStation looks, the Xbox looks, everything looks so serious and so,
sleek.
and it
I
looks,
love it.
you love it. Yes, you love it, but certain other cultures, they like things to look fun and playful and colorful and
But this
stuff.
doesn't look playful or okay. The color scheme, cream.
Cream.
Cream doesn't work for cars. Cream, no, it does not work for cars.
Interior or exterior?
I'm talking about just the exterior.
Okay,
Interior, you
yeah.
can do whatever you want.
Doesn't look good on exterior.
It looks like your car should be white, but it's constantly dirty.
Yeah.
It's like you have plaque covered car.
Yeah.
So there's cream, and then there's this like dried blood red, and you have a switch in the middle, and it looks like it's from the 80s, but not the good version of the 80s. And yes, there's different versions. There's multiverses within the 80s.
Yeah, that's true.
I love the NES design. That's just classic. The lighter gray, darker gray, that shape.
Yeah.
A lot of people, complain nowadays about the toaster. It's called the toaster NES, the front loader.
I like when you would flick and it would go bam, you'd hit it too hard then. And then for some reason, and everyone nowadays claims that it did nothing, but no, you have to blow in the cartridge for it to work.
Yeah.
There's so many times where nothing, it wasn't working, and you'd reseat it and everything, and it just wouldn't work. And then you'd take it out and you would just, and it would work.
Yeah, it was, and I don't know if it was warming up the pins or.
I miss it. There's something I miss the smell.
I don't.
I miss the dust. I miss it was
It was so. I remember going back to the NES after there'd be years in between of me playing it, and every single time it'd be a 10-minute battle to get it to work again.
Yeah, that is true.
But just going by the aesthetics of it, I'm sorry, I think the Famicom looks like trash.
I think that Sega Genesis was the best looking of all the cartridge games. I liked it.
I like the look of the Model 2 the best.
The small ones.
Yeah, the smaller one. The Model 1 had,
smaller cartridges too.
Well, the Model 1 had a headphone jack, so you can actually get stereo sound out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, You had one that was just advertised as the Sega Genesis, and then one that was advertised as just it was a Genesis, but it was just said Sega on it. The small little square one was the one that I had. I've seen the ones where it was that circular top that you put the cartridge in. It was just big, huge, and bulky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one.
That was probably the first model.
And the first model though was good because you could it was the audio was pretty much the same. But yeah, you did have the headphones jack. Wasn't there a little volume slider on that or?
Mm-hmm. The first one there was. so you can control directly the volume coming out of that headphone jack. But I can't wait for the NES Classic to come out here, and looks like Japan's getting their own as well.
It'll be fun.
It will be.
You know what I'd like them to re-release? The cocktail tables for Galaga.
Are you talking about it was a literal table, but
Glass top.
yeah.
You find them in bars.
I played on one once because they were pretty rare.
They are, yeah.
But yeah, I'd have that as my coffee table.
You don't even need to use it for Galaga anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
you could just have that same kind of coffee table design and just put any game there. But like I like the table, you know.
Yeah, it's a cool design. Just look straight down out at a table and play
Put
a
your
game.
drinks on it. You order a cheeseburger, you know. Yeah.
Make it waterproof.
I mean, it's a glass top. So, you know, if you spill on it, like it'll drip down, but like it won't actually hit any of the game or components or anything like that.
Yeah.
So